Today I'm going to show you how to buy one of Warren Buffett's favorite stocks for 25% less than he paid for it. Not clickbait, absolutely true. So my soccer coach used to say there's no extra points for doing stuff the hard way. You get what you get. So if you can copy one of the world's greatest investors and buy things when he's buying it at 25% less than he's paying, that's a pretty good deal. So every 3 months, large investors like Warren Buffett and many large hedge fund managers have to report what they own, and it becomes public every 3 months. And those filings are called 13Ds or 13Fs, and you can find them online. There's a website here called Dataroma, which I'll put in the comments, and you can check it out for yourself. And with that site, you can look up any stock and see if any large investor like Warren Buffett or Prem Watsa, who Warren Buffett of Canada own. And this is Lee Lu. He's a protege of Charlie Munger. And as you can see, this stock, Occidental, is about 20% of Prem Watsa's U.S. portfolio, and it's about 5% of Warren Buffett's U.S. portfolio. He owns $13 billion worth, and he was buying some as recently as a couple of weeks ago. So February 7th was his last purchase. He purchased at 46, and it's currently about 48. However, he was buying as high as $63, $63.05 right here. So $63.05, the world's greatest investor thought this was a good buy at $63.05, and you can buy it today at 48. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So why is it so cheap? Well, this price tends to vary with the price of oil. So this is the chart of crude oil for the past 5 years, and as you can see, during COVID in 2020, oil got down the spot price to about $17 a barrel. During the 2020 rebound, after people came out of lockdown, people started driving, people started flying, the price of oil went up to about 120. That's here, and now it's trading at $71 here. So the reason you're paying such a cheap price for Occidental is because it varies with the price of oil, and the price of oil is at 71. If oil goes to here, it would get cheaper, and if it goes to here, it would get higher. So over time, I think it will go to here, not here. And the reason for that is over time it has gone higher. So if we look at the all-time chart, here's how high it went in 2005, went to 125. Here's how high it went in 2011. Here's how high it went in 2022. So over time it tends to go up and down, but definitely goes up because the amount of oil we have is not going up, it's going down. So there's something called peak oil, where oil reaches a certain point and then drops. So here's showing the production curve, and you find a way, you dig holes, you test it, how much oil is in it, what pressure, you start to drill it, and then oil starts coming out, comes out at a steady pace, and then it goes into decline and then abandonment. And then what has happened recently, the U.S. sort of fell out of one of the major producers, but is now producing more oil than Saudi Arabia, because we discovered something called fracking, where you take these wells that were in decline and abandoned, and then you expose them to high pressure, and then they start producing again, and they have a much steeper decline. So that big production, steep decline is a hallmark of fracking. And different places we've fracked, like Eagle Ford, Bakken, and now Permian, they experience that steep production and then decline. So people have speculated about why Buffett is very interested in Occidental. Some say that it's their carbon capture technology, some say it's their specialty chemical thing, some say it's a hedge on inflation. I think it's as simple as it trades with the price of oil. You're getting it cheap now because oil is cheap, and eventually oil goes up, and then he can make a lot of money on it. And here is an interesting thing. So there's different asset plays: Permian, Eagle Ford, Appalachia, and as you see, in most of the rest of the country, production is in decline, and the Permian, which is where Occidental owns most of their wells, is over time becoming a larger and larger part of U.S. production. So by this year, it should be about half of U.S. production. If you go back to 2020, it was a lot smaller. But as these experience decline drop-offs, the Permian is actually growing, and that should benefit Occidental, because as prices go up because other people can't produce enough, their wells are in an area where they can produce more. So this is showing about the same thing. Here's some different production areas: Eagle Ford, Bakken, Permian, and as you can see, Permian right here, sorry, let me clear that out. Yeah, the Permian is a huge future production area, current and future. And this shows sort of the same thing in different colors. As you can see, they all started here. They're all producing, and as these sort of decline, the one that's left that's still producing a lot is Permian. So they all started about equal here, but over time, because these started earlier, because they're not as good, Anadarko, Appalachia, Bakken, they all start experiencing declines, and Permian becomes a bigger and bigger part of U.S. production. And as I said, Occidental has most of their assets in Permian, and as these guys can't produce more, the price of oil should go up, and then Occidental should benefit. Obviously, things can screw that up. If we have a recession, that should lower the demand for oil. If there are huge new oil fields discovered in places like Ghana or something like that, where they're exploring offshore production, that could affect it. But this is a pretty good risk-reward bet, not only because of what is going on with oil and what is going on with fracking and U.S. production, but because you are buying this asset at the same price, 25% lower than the greatest investor of our time. And he owns about 5% of all his money is parked in Occidental, and $13 billion. And Uncle Warren, as I said, was buying as high as $63 here, and you are getting it at $47, $48 today. Let's see what it's at today. So there's no guarantees in life, but $48, this seems like a good bet. And you might ask, why are you wearing this strange hat? So my better half hates this hat, and whenever we start cleaning stuff around the house and throwing things out, she tries to get me to throw this out. Says I never wear it, so then I wear it. I walk the dog. I wear it to these calls, and I get to keep it. So this hat has some sentimental value. I bought it when I was in Patagonia, where my family is from, and it reminds me of Patagonia, and it's awesome. She tried to talk me out of it, but a friend of ours who was with us talked me back into it, and I love this hat. So I'm going to keep wearing it. I have some more videos coming up, and like and subscribe. Leave some comments if you have questions about this, or if you disagree. Do you think oil's going down? Do you think oil's going up? Do you think this is a good way to bet on oil? Do you have a better idea? Chevron, Exxon, if you have a better idea, leave it in the comments. And I have some more videos coming out. I'm working on improving my editing skills and stuff like that. We've got 300 subscribers now. And if you want to support the channel, I put a link for Ko-Fi, K-O-F-I, and if you want to buy me a coffee, and you can leave the comment there and have a suggestion of a stock you want me to check out, feel free. So we'll see you guys soon.